Alright, hello guys. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the upcoming troughing pattern that we're going to be getting into. Before I get started with the video though, I'd ask that you subscribe if you like weather related videos like this one. Also, if you like the video, I'd ask that you please would, that way I know what you guys want to see. I'm going to get straight into it. Today we're going to be looking a lot at models, so bear with me. GFS, this is for Wednesday, October 10th. You can see the ridge is still here. The one that we've been experiencing, this is what's been, leading to a lot of 80s and 90s still over the eastern United States. It really feels like August still. I must mention that this was what I forecasted for October. You see that troughing still in the Rockies and portions of Montana and the Dakotas. Maybe it's moved a little bit east, but by the 10th, it looks like the pattern is still the same. But here, you can see by the 12th, that ridge is starting to go really far to where it's only right up against the coast, and that trough is really starting to move. This is right around when that tropical system could possibly be moving up the east coast too. I must mention, if the tropical storm was, a week later, this would have really screwed up the whole thing. The cold, the troughing in the east, it might not have all happened the way it's going to if that was the case. So we're really fortunate that didn't wait as long as it could have to happen. And then here by Saturday the 13th, you can see the trough is directly over the east coast. This is exactly what us, the people that are over the heat would really like to see. You see well below average temperatures throughout the entire east, maybe except for Florida, but for the most part, ridging in the eastern United or the western United States as well. So this is a typical ridge and trough pattern. You can see though by Monday the 15th, we get a little bit of ridging here, but nothing too serious, and then trough again. This time really big by the 16th. You can see all those purples. This model is calling for very cold conditions over that, early portion of that week through the late portions of that week. Has a really big trough come through. So we're seeing this pattern of really short ridges followed by these long-lasting troughs, and that's the pattern trying to change. And you can see here is Thursday, October 18th. We still have that trough in the eastern United States, maybe besides Florida. And then here by the 20th, you see it's a little bit confused. There's a little bit of warm, a little bit of cold in the east. This is 300 hours out though, so we're getting kind of far out there. And by the 23rd, this is another trough moving through that might end up being pretty strong. We don't know, but it's showing persistent troughing. Now, something I did want to add is here's my October forecast. If you guys haven't seen it, here's the overall forecast. You can see in the blue portion, this is the main portion that we want to look at. In the purple portion, you see cold early, average later. In that purple portion, that's exactly what's happened throughout this first week. So as long as that continues to happen for a little bit, I'll say that forecast probably verified. As well as this blue portion, you can see warm early, cold later. And that takes over most of the green portion as well, except that the precipitation I was forecasting would outweigh that a bit. That hasn't really verified quite as much, but the cold in the second half is definitely looking to verify. Warm early too. That was a good call. Here's that temperature forecast. Looks like that might also verify slightly above average in those southeastern portions. Probably will verify. Now, one more model I do want to show you guys is the CFS V2 weeklies. So this is basically a 7-day average. Pretty accurate far out. There is some flaws, but pretty accurate. It's good to get that second opinion. So this is the 7th through the 14th. You see that ridge still in the eastern United States like we've been talking about. And then that trough basically where it's been set up for probably about 10 days now. And then you can see 14th through 21st. Now we've got cold in the east. Cold throughout the entire east, and for a 7-day average, this is pretty cold when you get some of those blues, because obviously there will probably be some warm-ups in between. So this means that the cold will certainly outweigh the warm for that entire period. Then you can see 21st to 28th, cold in the southeast, a little bit warm in New England, but not too big of a deal. And then again 28th through 4th of November, you can see still cold in the east. So they're looking for this pattern to persist through even the early portions of November possibly. So this pattern doesn't it looks pretty stubborn, like it's not going to give up too easily. So look for a big pattern change and then look for that to continue for quite a while at least. Anyway, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video going through kind of like the long-term pattern. I know I made a video about this long-term pattern about a week ago, but I wanted to give an update even though it looks quite the same. Not too much has changed. So I haven't had to make any more graphics or anything because everything looks about what I was forecasting already, which is really good that I didn't have to update it. I'm going to be doing a live stream right after this video is uploaded, so make sure to check for that if you're looking at this in the PM hours of the 7th of October. If it's after that, obviously I won't be live, at least not this live stream that I'm talking about. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.